Both his sons, having played sport at a local level in Leeds, Andy and Fast Signs have a long history of helping local sports clubs and organisations like Kippax Welfare Rugby League, Garforth Rangers Football Club and North Leeds Cricket Club with products such as events banners, honours boards and changing room signage, as well as providing signs and graphics to the mighty Leeds Rhinos and Leeds United for over the last 30 years. So if you're involved in a local sports club, get in touch with Andy and his team for advice and help with your signs. Hi everyone, welcome to the Lot Pod, the Leeds Rhinos Lot 17-8 podcast, kindly sponsored by Fast Signs. And Fast Signs popped up the new 2026 membership.
Have you renewed?
Not yet.
I did.
Straight away? Straight in?
No, not yet. I don't know yet.
See how it goes.
I don't know yet. I might not for the first
after
time.
Thursday.
After Thursday, yeah. Look what you've done after Thursday. No, it looked good. I thought the new signage looking pretty swanky.
It was like, this is my home or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A picture of Lockie, I thought. As he re-signed.
Yeah, they did a tease there, didn't they? I think they were, teasing everyone with
That'll come next.
Yeah.
Right, that'll
Not after Thursday's game. Do it after a different game.
Do it after the first playoff win. Then
There's still time. He can still redeem him.
The 2-year
Yeah.
Lucky Miller. Producer Chris, Eddy and Kirsty here. How are we both?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, all right. Thank you. I've got over it. I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm over it now. We're glad that we just don't do it the day of the game.
Yeah, I was alright.
I won't.
Yeah, but you never are after a loss, are you?
No,
Disappointing.
It was all a bit disappointing last home game and
Yeah.
it was.
that performance, but anyway.
We'll talk about it. We'll delve into it. Just another quick shout out to the rugbystore.co.uk. They are the only place in the UK where you can get official NRL new era caps like this massive one on my head.
Hat's
like the
big
one
enough
here
to
beside
fit
of
you.
Kirsty, the Parramatta Eels one for Brad Arthur. Check out the rugbystore.co.uk to check out their full range of caps. Thank you very much for all these beautiful caps. We're going to review the game. We're going to hand out our Lucky Miller Fast Signs Player of the Match. We've also got a very mini mailbag, and we will finish with a preview of the Wigan game. You wincing about?
Man of the match.
I keep getting bollocking, on the forum for choosing the wrong people to vote for. But there is an other.
Yeah, but the problem is, the more that they give you shit, the more you'll just do it.
Next time I'll put players that didn't even play.
Yeah.
And then other. Match review, panel time, Leeds 8, Catalans 16. 16, yeah, that's right, unfortunately. Any positives, Kirsty, for the Rhinos for this one?
Still got a home playoff.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep, that was one of mine.
Cling on to that.
Yeah. It's not the end of the season. I think that, obviously last year, like losing your last home match of the season, it's your last match, isn't it? We're going to be at home again. It's not over. There's chance for them to do better next week. Hopefully they will.
Yeah. Producer Chris?
Exactly the same. We've got that fourth spot. So the positive is Lee's result.
Yeah, definitely. Because we could have gone to fifth, couldn't we, if it had gone the other way? I think.
Really.
There's a couple of other positives from that. Saints looked absolutely shite.
Yep.
Really bad.
Let's do Beagles, but let's...
And
No.
It happened then and not in a playoff game.
Yeah, you reckon it's something we've got out of our system?
Well, there's not been many performances like that, has there?
No.
And we've always backed it up with a decent...
With a good run of form.
Yeah, so...
Really good run of form.
Maybe.
Definitely. I'm going to start with probably the biggest talking point. The absence
Jake Connor.
of Jake Connor. Leeds were obviously missing a major figure in Jake. And I felt it was really blatant. Like, more blatant than I expected that Jake Connor was missing. I thought we were a bit obviously weaker in attack. I thought we were weak in composure.
Yeah.
But there's some moments where...
I don't think that's just Jake, though.
Right.
We're missing Ash and Cam. You're missing your two
Leadership.
captains.
Yeah.
And Jake Connor.
Within the game.
We said on the pod before the pod, and Kirsty disagreed with me. I don't think the lack of Jake Connor is the reason we lost.
I don't think it's the reason, but I felt we lost a lot with him not being
totally,
there.
yeah.
I thought we'd have played better than we did.
Yes.
Without
Definitely.
Jake Connor
And
being
I think it's like it's not just the the skill that he's got and the plays he can come up with. I think it's the vision as well of knowing. I think there were some moments in the game where he would have spotted what Catalan were about to do. There's been loads of times when this season when they've been lining up for lining up to kick off or lining up for a goal line dropout, the opposition, and Jake Connor has been telling everyone where to go, telling everyone where to stand. He knows what the opposition are going to do. He's got really good vision for the game, and I don't think that anyone else had that.
No, and I think where I'd agree with you is that when Jake's there, pressure's not on Brodie and Lackey, and they were both trying to win the game on their own.
And they were both trying to do it on every play.
Well, Brodie
as well.
Kicking up first play. I was really angry about that.
Yeah, I leant forward and shouted so much, like 2 rows in front of me, just turned around like, what are you doing? I'm just, sorry, I'm just... just that was the one time, because just on Brodie Croft, might as well lean into it since we're on that. He was trying everything, absolutely everything, to get us the win. I felt some of the stuff was justified. I know there was errors, but I felt he's really trying to get us to win this game. We often say it with Jake, where particularly yourself will say he'll throw that pass, it'll go into touch, he'll make that kick, it'll be caught by the opposition, but he has to do that to unlock. I felt Brodie were doing something similar, but because he hasn't done it all year,
it wasn't effective.
Because it was like a quote unquote one game, one time thing. Did you feel similar, or
I felt like the yes and no. I felt like the team was trying to play as if Jack Sinfield was Jake Connor, and he's not. I felt like they were trying to put things his way that Jake Connor would have known what to do with them, but he didn't. And I'm not saying that that means that Jack Sinfield's a bad player or anything like that, but I just think that he's not. They can't play the same way that they do when Jake Connor's there if he's not there. And I think that they didn't play to the conditions either. Like you're saying about them throwing the passes out. No. They were trying to play as if it was like a bright summer's day, and it wasn't, was it? It rained all day. It was awful.
They were overplaying and no patience.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
So, and the thing is with Catalans, they know how to play against us. So I don't know how many times they were offside.
Oh my God.
But they were rushing out, weren't they? And niggling in.
Particularly the halves. They were way off. They were flying out.
They were putting in a lot of niggling, and we don't seem to cope well with that. They're going to have to try and cope well with that, because that's what playoff rugby's like.
Yeah. It's tough.
And the weather, same thing. Like they're going to have to learn to play the conditions a little bit better, because you know what it's like. If we got to Old Trafford, don't think I've ever been to a dry night at Old Trafford.
Never.
When it's the grand final, it's always horrible, isn't it?
It's always horrendous.
And it's autumn now, isn't it? The weather's going to be bad, so I think we're going to have to cope with that a bit better.
I think it was just a combination of 4 or 5 players having the worst game at season.
All at the same time.
And who were they?
Brodie Croft, Lackey Miller, Jared O'Connor and Callum Watkins. The amount of times Callum tried to throw some passes, and I'm like, just calm down.
Just relax.
And I suppose if you look at it like that, Catalans were far, far better than us.
They were. And that's all right.
It were only 2 tries apiece.
And that's all right.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? So it's
I think it's expectation as well, isn't it? Like we've gotten used to winning. And
which is good.
I think everyone thought...
1-0 insides or almost nil insides.
Yeah, and I think that everyone... all the fans that we were talking to before the game and in the lead up to the game and on the forum and everywhere, then everyone was like, like the next big game really is Wigan. It's almost like we were skipping ahead off this one. Everyone was kind of forgetting that you had to play this one too. And I just think that the fans were complacent. And I think that everyone had kind of taken their eye off Catalan and expected them to win. So I think from a fan's perspective, I think that it's that we thought, we'll just win this. So then it looks worse when you don't. Like a few years ago or even earlier on this season, we might have thought, they were the better team. But we expected to win. We expected to nil them.
Maybe Catalan's picked up on that.
Maybe so, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, everyone's expecting us to get hammered. Let's go and show them. Bit of personal pride.
Yeah.
But I think the positive is it doesn't really mean anything. So we can over-analyse it. We can look at individual players' performances. You can look at all that, but bad day at the office.
Yeah, see you later, guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
We've already talked about it for longer than I thought we'd like, to be honest. So I thought we'd do like 2 minutes on this match and then move on.
13-minute podcast. Did you feel, just back on Brodie Croft, Chris, did you feel he felt he had to take control of the team? Do you think
Yeah,
that might have been the instruction
and
from
to be fair
Brad
to
Arthur?
Brodie, he's never looked good when that's... I would have liked Jack to take more control, but it's
Yeah.
difficult, isn't it?
I think it's quite a big step up, isn't it? You know, for a half, especially coming up from having played
I thought
reserves.
Jack played well, actually. I don't think he did too much wrong. He was just in a bad performance, wasn't he? So, at the end of the day, Brodie did score.
Yeah.
Get us almost back in. So, it's not his role, is it? And it shows. So, that I am agreeing with Miss Jake Connor in that respect. I still think we'd have lost.
With Jake?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Kirsty?
I think...
It's hard to tell.
It doesn't matter.
I can say, no, you're wrong, but there's no way of proving that, is there?
Yeah, it'd have been 100-0.
Because don't forget, Jake's been brilliant all season, but he has had off games.
Yeah.
So he could have easily had
those
off game.
kicks.
And he's got a broken rib.
Yeah.
They absolutely killed.
Yeah, we would have got those kicks.
Yeah, we'd have got those kicks. And I think, again, that in the...
So would Jack and Chris Hankinson.
I know, that was the thing, yeah. My mum was saying to me, whose decision is it who takes the kicks? I don't actually know, but she was like, well, whoever made that decision, she was like, if it's Brad Arthur, I think less of him.
I think when we spoke to Lockie, he says that in training, 100%.
Really?
He's hitting him, yeah.
So maybe they did practice during the week and he's nailed him.
And then just on the night.
Arse went when he had one under 6.
When it became, it was a really strong... Sometimes you can give credit to the opposition, and it was a really strong defensive display from Catalan. There was a hit on the Western Terrace in the first half, we were discussing in the pod before the pod, on Lasone.
Yeah.
The Stig thinks that was Theo Farge. I'm not sure who that was.
I haven't watched this game back
because
I've not even watched the highlights, and I normally would. I just
we'll have to go
with
what Stig said. Theo Farge absolutely stopped Lasone on the line. Then there was one with Sinfield.
Yeah, and
stopped Gannon. Stopped again, and then it's second half attacking the Carnegie stand. That is
Jesus,
called.
what is it? 2007.
What's it called?
I don't know.
It's just AMT East stand.
East stand.
Attacking the AMT East stand. There was another massive hit there.
Yeah.
So they were defending.
They're big lads, aren't they, Catalan? That's always been their thing.
It's just really annoying that's their best performance at season.
Yeah.
And they did play well.
And they're the only team we haven't beat this year.
Yeah, no, you can.
I know.
Can you believe that?
You can possibly have a go at Miller for being out of position for them kicks, but I'm not so sure. They were absolutely pinpoint.
Yeah.
I think their kicking game was better than ours.
Oh,
It was absolutely
I thought they were. I thought our kicking was predictable. It just looked really.
Some of our kicks were really bad.
Yeah.
Have you seen their social media? They did quite a good little montage. So everything that they did well.
God.
Then it showed a picture of Brad Arthur going.
Oh,
So it was
after
really
Miller's
good.
kick.
But I don't know who it was, but I like comments like this. And the first comment must have been a Leeds fan, and it said, "Enjoy the playoffs, Catalans."
Yes,
Like I
we've
said,
had
that's
the
the
last.
good thing about it. Isn't it?
we've
It's
had the
okay.
last laugh
Go again.
there. But you're right, their kicking game, were it 340-20s? 2040s?
Like 2040, and I mean, they're rare, aren't they?
Yeah.
Really rare.
So you can
They're so rare that I forget that's a thing you can do.
Well, everyone in the crowd were going, "That's not 40-20." I went, "No, it's
2040.
2040."
Yeah,
But that 2040, from Kiri came off the back of Brodie trying to kick it on the first, losing it. First tackle or second tackle, went to Kiri, bang. 2040.
That's probably the best he's played in 3 years.
Easy.
Yeah.
They come in field, we give away a penalty, they kick it, it's 10-0. That's literally one play, Kiri. And then Kiri again, as we're talking about him, his drop goal attempt, follows it up. And I'm really sorry, Chris, but absolutely obliterates Paul Lucky Miller, just destroys him.
Yeah.
Is it Busquets?
Yeah,
Scores the try.
Yeah.
Game's done.
Lucky
That's
try,
Luke
innit?
Carey.
But you've air kicked.
2 plays,
Yeah.
2 kicks in effect.
You make
Game
your own
done.
luck, don't you?
Yeah. I think
Absolutely.
they also had, and I think me and my nephew always joke about this, say that the short kickoffs don't work at Headingley. They work in other places, but they don't work at Headingley. They very rarely can. And they did for them, didn't they?
Well, they did that little grubber one,
Thursday,
which
yeah.
the last time I can remember doing
I've not
that
seen one of them for years.
was Kevin Sinfield at Wakefield when Ali Lauatiti scored 5 tries.
Yeah.
I was in corporate that day. I was a bit drunk. But
A bit drunk, but
I,
you still
I
remember it.
remember that, yeah.
You still remember it.
It just wasn't our night,
No.
and it was their night.
Yeah, they just played really well, and I think that's.
We
that's
can
all right.
start and we can go in at players' performances and all that. I just don't see the point because they've not. Surely they've got some stock in the bank for how they've played all year.
Yeah. And I think that's it, isn't it? It's our expectations that are really high.
Yeah.
Now because
Particularly
they've played
mine,
so
grand
well.
final winners.
Well,
I've played my schedule.
every team in the league will have served up a shocker at some point.
Of course they will.
Wigan,
Look at
Ulker did
Yeah.
against Wakefield
Fuck, are
today.
crap now. They're awful.
They've all done it. So that
Warrington, week after week.
It's just a season of shockers, isn't it?
Yeah, they are absolutely appalling. We did create and put some pressure in that second half, particularly when Catalans went a man down. Was it down to 10, Chris? It was still.
It was
still
down to 10, yeah. Down to
when
10.
they went down to 10.
We still wouldn't have won.
Did you feel we should have scored again in that time?
They should have, I think.
should have.
Yeah, they should have. I don't think they didn't look likely.
No, which was.
We did, though, didn't we? Is that when all
We
scored?
scored. Yeah, we scored. In that time.
Yeah, we
In
should
the
have taken
corner.
advantage of that. I mean, I'm glad they simbined them because it were like 4 or 5
Well,
penalties all in one goal.
I think it would have had to put them on a team warning anyway. So one of them were about to get binned, so he did him a favour.
Yeah. I don't blame them for those tactics. It worked.
They slowed it down.
It
all
works
day.
against Leeds,
They
doesn't
slowed
it?
it down.
That's how you beat Leeds, isn't it? St Helens did the same thing. That's how you beat us.
Slow it down.
Well, they're going to have to come up with some way of
beating that,
of
counteracting that.
I think we can
What's the
against.
counterpunch?
I think we can against St Helens because if they carry
Really?
on in their form. Honestly, did you watch the game against Leeds?
I don't watch Super League, just Leeds.
They looked dreadful.
Right.
So, if they can continue that form, I don't think it'll matter if they try to slow us down. But
We'll
it's
beat
St
them anyway.
Helens in it, so
Yeah, they'll beat us.
Don't say that.
we might not get them yet. Anyway, in fact, looking at the games this weekend, if you were picking Wakefield or St Helens, I would pick St Helens.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
Not for me. Wakey.
Wakey have just hammered Ulker.
No, we
Yeah,
can.
but we can have a
haven't-
okay heart.
we can't beat St Helens, Christopher.
Wakefield,
We cannot beat St Helens.
Wakefield has beaten us this
Yeah.
year as many times as St Helens.
That's true. Yeah, they have.
what's
But
the
either
dreadful
of those
record for
teams is.
Saints?
It's got to end.
Is it 19? We have beat them a few times.
At home, though,
Is it 1981 the last time we
feels like
Feels like
that has got to end, though, at some point. So why not this year?
Well, and we like to beat Saints in the big games. That's why we won at the
Exactly.
Magic Weekend. We just want to save it for the big stage.
That is true. We had a different animal in play
Yeah.
footy.
But I think I said last week, I'm not bothered who we get. You've got to
You've got to
play
beat them all.
someone.
Yeah.
I'm just glad to be in playoffs.
If you want to be
and
the
a home
best,
playoff.
you've got to beat the best.
It's true.
What did you make of Cooper Jenkins? I thought he was.
Yeah,
Something of a
one of the
standout.
players that didn't let himself down.
Yeah.
I think the forwards generally were obviously we'd thrown out a big pack, hadn't we? We'd thrown everything at the pack. The
Yeah.
bench was all forwards, I think, wasn't it? It was.
Which could have been an error, really, but it's hindsight, in it. Yeah,
well-
I don't think the forwards let themselves down.
No, I don't. I think they obviously, like I said, a big pack, aren't they? Catalan,
Yeah.
a lot of big lads, and I
Yeah.
think that they did. I think they all stood up okay.
Cooper. He's got a lot of speed for a forward, hasn't he? I think he's great. I think we're better when he's playing.
Oh, without a doubt. Got to get him tied down to a 10-year
And I think
contract.
Tom Allroyd went all right after his long layoff. So
Yeah, I do. Good to see him back.
Tom
Plenty of
Holroyd, who
time.
was he like 1 or 2 points short of picking up a ban if he did anything wrong?
Yeah,
We're
that's a
going
good
to have to
point.
be careful,
Yeah.
aren't we? I
He
think
will.
KP as well. We've got to be careful.
KP's similar.
So yeah, hopefully came
Calm
through
down,
clean. That's the thing.
gentlemen.
Yeah.
I thought it was a great finish from Ryan Hall, and I said to my mate who I go to the games with, Kez, probably the only player on the field with the ability to score that try.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah,
You agree?
yeah.
Great finish. I mean, 38, but still,
I thought he'd been put into touch, but
what a finish!
He's the only one who could. Like you said, he's the only one I
Think
think in
so.
Super League who could do that. And I think that we've been shoved into touch quite a lot, haven't you? Know, like in that game and in other games as well. There's other wingers getting pushed out on the edges, and it's just you're not going to do that with Ryan Hall. It's just can't
pure-
be done. Yeah, he
pure
knows how
finish.
to get his body into the position to get the ball down and to not step in touch and to just. He's been doing it long enough that I think his muscle memory
And
takes
yeah,
over and puts the
absolutely.
ball
could
down
be
on its
vital in
own.
the big games. That
That's what I'm
Yeah.
just about to get to. Is that
I understand he's not going to go 100 metres
No.
and outpace everyone.
Yeah.
But the amount of work he does, and if you need someone to finish a
It's
try
that
like
type
that,
of finish. And it was kind of the finish where there was a lot of this is going to say finish a lot of finishing in the finish. It's like a grand final finish. It's like something in the grand final where it's really close.
Yeah.
You've got to have someone just ground it. He's the perfect chap.
I was going to say, actually, he keeps his head, doesn't he? I think that's the other thing. You never see Ryan Hall lose his head.
No, never.
And I think a few of the rest of them on Thursday did. I thought Lockie Miller lost his head.
I don't think... Sorry, Lockie, I don't think he should be captain.
I agree.
Really?
Chris.
He's too emotional, isn't he?
Discuss.
Yeah,
Wow.
I agree.
He was chirping at ref too much.
He was, he was in the ref's face all the time.
Let me get this right.
Yeah.
Let me get this right. Producer Chris, the chairman
Listen.
of the Lockie Miller fan club.
I'm a big fan too,
Wow.
but I think there's a difference between being a good
This is
player
going to
and
be the
being
headline on All Out. Is it All Out League? All Out Rugby League? You've got to be the headline.
No, you've got to be
Gotta pick
critical
this
when
up.
it's deserved.
Wondered why what you threw in the car packet with that bloody badge on it. Get out my sight, Lockie.
I think it's pointless because all the rest will say, "Are you going to challenge it?"
You're never going to win that one.
Yeah,
you're never going to win
We
that
did have a
argument.
challenge for quite. It was another crap captain's challenge we did.
I can't even remember it.
It was Gannon that ripped it out. And
Yeah,
we
we wasted it, and
Yeah.
there was a moment as well later on in the second half when we really could have done with one, I thought, and then we didn't have
It's
it.
gone.
Obviously, yeah.
I couldn't remember
I
that
can't
challenge.
remember what it was, but there was one later on.
Talking to the team, so I can see why the thing captain, but it's getting too. It'd be like giving Harry Newman captaincy.
It's too, he gets too, like
not
you said,
gonna
too
work, is it?
emotional. And I think I think he's a fantastic player, but I think there is, I think if we learned from the Kevin Sinfield years, there's a big difference between being a really good player and being a really good captain. They're two separate skills. Sorry, and I mean it's Callum as well, isn't it? Callum's the other co-captain, but he's not on the field all the time.
So yeah,
Who are you sitting in then for captain? If not
Well,
Miller?
I think Callum's
it's
a good
Callum.
captain, but
Callum.
he's just not. He's not on the field,
You can leave it with Lockie, but it's like just concentrate on your game and calm down.
Calm down a bit.
Because it clearly affected me. I mean, Lockie had a bad game, but he'd still produced some. Jared should have finished that break. Which would have been an amazing try.
Yeah.
And I hadn't seen the meters, but I'm presuming he's still top at meters, and so he's set himself a really high bar, hasn't he?
Yeah,
So
massively.
a dip below that, and everyone goes in on him.
Anything else on this game?
Just that I think they'll all learn from it. I think I don't think it'll do them any harm to have lost this one at this stage. We bumped into Danny Maguire after the match, and he said that.
Did he?
I'll take it from him. He said I think that it could be a bit of a kick up the arse that they need going into the playoffs. They'll come back and I think they'll respond.
I think it really rings true that. Let's say, like everyone expected. I mean, even Bucky's had Catalans at 30 point start. So let's say we walloped them 50-0. And we're all...
Shall we start again and review that?
Yeah. And then we're going to Wigan and get absolutely hided.
And then being complacent for that one. Better to be complacent for this one if that's what it was.
It's a. We'll discuss it later, but it's a weird one. What do you do against Wigan? Do you go all out? I mean, there is still a chance we can finish third, but...
We'll find out later in the pod. We'll find out later in the pod. It's now time for the stats. Thanks as always to the Stig for these amazing stats. I asked the Stig what he thought of the game, and Stig said, Farges and Kiri kicked us to death.
Yep.
Catalans made the rucks really slow and sloppy. Catalans did defend really well. Busquet hit on Lasoni near the line. Oh, Busquet, I said Farge.
I did.
I do apologise, Stig.
And I've not watched the highlights, so
near the line. And a near try by Gannon. Sometimes you need to give credit to the opposition, which is
well
pretty
done,
much...
Yeah,
well
great,
done, Catalan. And sorry, Stig, I did say you said Farge. No, Busquet. Only a small, tiny difference between...
Yeah, it's not much in them, is there?
4'1" Farge and 9'10".
Not much in them.
Busquet. On to the stats. Lockie Miller, 180 metres. What's going on? This is where you're throwing your badge. Nowhere near. What's he should be averaging? 290, 310 you're expecting.
450.
And then after that, Max Simpson, by the way.
Yeah.
I meant to mention it in the positives.
Max.
I thought he played really well and he got through it.
Yeah. That was good to see,
So,
wasn't it? Yeah, good to see him back.
Yeah, that's
Positives.
rewinding.
Max.
We say this often about academy products. Morgan, Presley, Harry, you name it. He looks like a Super League player. Riley.
Yeah, he's got the frame.
Yeah, yeah.
So in some
It's the
respects,
biggest compliment.
in some
we
respects,
can pay him.
and this sounds a really weird thing to say, him not playing that much when he was younger because of his injuries might actually help him because
Put
he's
him in
coming
good
in
stead.
when he's physically ready.
Yeah.
And he's a big lad, isn't he? And he's
Yeah.
you can see why the club have stuck by him.
Oh, massively. Yeah, I completely forgot to mention that. Yeah,
And it's credit,
he
isn't it?
looks
It's
like-
credit to the coaching setup that they've got now, you know, and to people like Chev Walker, because Chev Walker's in charge of getting them ready for that step up, isn't he?
Yeah.
And I think they're coming in and they're not looking out of place, are they?
And it'd have been really easy to let Max go.
Oh, easily. Yeah,
With all
I'd
the
agree with
injuries.
that. Yeah,
We've
we've stuck by him.
And I think he'll repay it in the future.
I think it'll pay off. Yeah, see
Yep.
something similar to Harry. Lots of injuries, but
Yeah.
stick with it, and
come good.
and
Yeah.
it comes good. Yeah, well played, Max. 115 metres, 16 tackles. Done really, really well. Chris Hankinson, 163 metres. Brodie Croft, 156 metres. Jack Sinfield, 104. Aledsky.
It's a lot for Hearts. They're
Yeah.
obviously doing a lot of work.
I was about to say, it proves just how much they were trying to.
They were
get
trying
us-
everything, weren't they? But it's
Throwing
trying a
everything in
bit
the kitchen
too hard
sink. Too hard.
sometimes, yeah.
Aledsky, 31 minutes, 17 tackles, 107 metres.
31 minutes. I actually like how they're managing his minutes. a bit.
Absolutely outstanding. Cooper Jenkins, 32 minutes, 21 tackles, 72 metres. And then the next one for 100 is Callum. 57 minutes, 109 metres. Top tacklers, James McDonnell, usual suspects.
Yeah.
James McDonnell, 38. Jared, 37. And then it drops to Morgan Gannon with 28. And kicks in play with Brodie Croft, 10 kicks to Jack's 4. Do you think?
I'd have liked to have seen it other way around.
Yeah, a bit more from Jack on kicking. Kicking game, maybe in game.
Yeah.
It's now time to decide our Lucky Miller Fast Science Player of the Match.
Oh, God.
But just before we choose our votes, let's pause the pod here just to give us half an hour. Just before we choose our votes, we'd love it if you could play along at home. Please comment on this video below on YouTube with your selection for your Lucky Miller Fast Science Player of the Match, and let's see if you agree with us.
Just on that, it used to be called the Matt Frawley. He's retired, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he has.
Yeah.
So all the best. I think he's going back to Australia. He was supposed to play in France,
Oh
Yeah, he was
yes,
gonna
he
sign.
was.
Yeah, we was talking signing in
that's
France,
right.
wasn't
and
it?
he
Yeah.
sacked it off, and he's going to go coach in Australia.
That's going to
So,
be a coach.
what have your thoughts on Matt? He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Ultimate professional. I
Yep.
hope he goes all right coaching, because a lot of people think he will be a good coach.
I think
I
he could
agree.
be a good coach. Yeah, I
So,
think he's got a rugby brain, hasn't he? He just wasn't the right player at the right time
not
for
right
us.
player, not right time.
Yeah.
Lovely guy. Wish him all the best.
And
Yeah.
whenever we've spoken to players over the last 2 years, and we've mentioned that word coach and said, who do you think would be
Yeah.
a coach in this Rhinos
Yeah.
side? All of them have said Matt Frawley.
Right,
All of
yeah.
them have said Matt Frawley will be the future coach.
So
So it
good
wouldn't
luck to
surprise
him.
if he goes back out to us, takes on some roles, and then in a few
Yeah.
years' time we see him as an assistant
Well, he's well thought of, isn't he, in what clubs he's been
and a
at.
potential
Yeah.
coach.
You know,
And I think as well, you know, I can remember talking. This is when he first joined. They were saying that he apparently used to put his hand up all the time to do stuff for the foundation, and like in
Yes.
the community, he used to be really, really up for doing that kind of thing when he first joined at Leeds, and I'm sure throughout his time at Leeds. And I think again that he's got the right attitude of wanting to give back, you know, and I think he will be a good coach. I think if he, you know, learns his trade, I think talking about temperament, I think he's got the right temperament for coaching.
yeah.
Yeah.
I could see.
I think he's a cool
I can
head.
see the reason why we signed him. It just didn't work
Just
out.
didn't
did
fit
it?
in
He
our
did play
team.
well. He got
He
what,
got five,
Yeah.
five man of player of the matches
So
in a row,
um,
which we never thought would ever be beaten.
and he's
then-
probably the type of player that ends up being a top coach, because a lot of the top
I can
coaches
really see that.
have been players, but not super
not top
successful.
flight
Brad
players,
Blake
yeah.
Green
Yeah,
at Knights.
I mean, didn't Brad play? I don't think he were like a super successful.
Yeah, he played. He were crap. They were crap. They were rubbish. I'm just saying that.
Never seen him.
But a lot of players. I mean, there's obviously some exceptions, like Adrian Lamb and Willie
Yeah,
Peters
Adrian
was a
Lamb.
good player, wasn't he? But
Yeah, Willie
a
Peters,
lot of decent.
Sam Burgess, he were all right.
Yeah, crap coach.
I was going to
Crap
say.
coach. Oh yeah, that's true. Come on,
We're talking about
crap
good coaches.
So anyway, all I'm saying, for all stick, he got. I think I said it on forum. He had the best chant we've had in a long time.
Oh yeah, that's
and
been.
Really nice bloke. We've met him a few times.
Yep.
Did a lot of good work. So good luck to him. I
Yeah.
hope, I hope
Yeah.
he goes well.
Well done. Thank you for pointing that out, because I completely forgot to add that into the...
I think something to talk about rather than man at match.
It's just trying to get out of picking someone for the man of the match.
So, what did you have for your tea?
What did I have for my tea? All fajitas.
Did you?
Yeah, we had fajitas.
Had a takeaway.
But we did that thing where, this is miles better than, by the way. Harriet did that thing where she said, "I'm making fajitas. Do you want any?" And I went, "Nah."
And then you went,
no. I don't want any. I don't want any. And then as they're all eating them, I'm like, oh, God.
Maybe just one fajita.
Yeah, they look so good. And she's like, I could probably just get you one to get, then I'm a bit gutted. So I'm starving, actually.
Oh.
What did you have for tea?
I had chicken skewers.
Did you?
My partner made, they're very nice, Lemon marinated chicken skewers is a good cook.
We should always start with this whenever we're reviewing a bad pod. What did you have for tea? We'll put a little jingle in. Play along at home. Comment below. Someone actually will comment below telling us what they had for tea. Right, let's get back on to the good stuff. We do have a message forum, a message board, thelotpod.proboards.com. We pop a thread on there after every game, every week, and the winner of the poll on the forum counts as a vote. Is that alcohol free? I'm starting
because you've not had your tea.
I'm starving.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm starving.
Can't think straight.
Counts as
I'm just checking it
vote.
live.
You're checking it live.
They have voted Morgan Gannon. And other got 5 votes, but I'm just looking who that is. Max
got voted.
Oh, really?
Somebody's Eddy did this poll. Somebody's put Miller and Croft, you must be on the wind-up. Correct.
It'll be worse next week.
Sinfield or Jenkins, Gannon, Croft and Miller, a weird emoji and loads of question marks.
That's to me.
Simpson, Jenkins. So, Gannon.
So Gannon.
I would have gone Gannon, I think.
You're going Gannon too,
I'd have gone Gannon, yeah. Again, I just don't think he does much wrong, does he? I think he's just solid.
Inches away as well.
From a good try.
Yeah.
I couldn't decide between Harry Newman, who I thought played really well, and Morgan Gannon, but I'm going to go Morgan Gannon.
I'm going to go Cooper Jenkins.
Yeah.
Yep. Congratulations, Morgan Gannon. You are the Lucky Miller Fast Signs Player of the Match. We're now going to move on to a mailbag. We've got a mini mailbag. These are questions that have been submitted to us via Instagram and email. The first one's from Mark Andrew Smith, who says, "Love the show, love you guys, great content, thank you."
Oh.
I feel like Steve Wright, he used to always do that, didn't he? Question is, how do you see JJB getting on as the new CEO? We'll love to hear your thoughts on it all. Well, we did, the three of us.
Yeah, we met him.
Speak to JJB just a few weeks ago, and my taking away from that is he's the perfect person.
I am more confident after meeting him, speaking to him. 'Cause JJB can be known to waffle on, or I thought he spoke really well with us, and what I liked was he wasn't focusing on the men's team.
No.
And he wasn't just focusing on the Leeds club. It was Leeds as a
city.
And I think we've been...
And the club's place in the city.
I remember when we were in early noughties, when we were Golden Generation and all that, Leeds Rhinos were really prominent in the city.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be because they were winning, but still there was... it was part of the city, wasn't it?
It should still be the case, though.
And I think...
Same with Leeds Knights and Yorkshire Cricket.
Exactly.
Should all be.
I think Jonesy's got that on top of his inbox, personally, and I think it'll be a really good thing. I think he's going to do a fab job.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that he's focused on the community as well, and what sport means to younger kids who are maybe not, sort of living in, North Leeds where I live, like some of the kids who are a bit more out on the fringes, and bringing them in and what sport can do for them. I think because he's had that role within the foundation as well, then I think that he's got a really good sense of what the power of sport is for a community and for a city.
Yeah.
And I think that, I know we talked about this with him, but, like the fact that sport is such a big part of the culture in Leeds, and I don't think we talk about that enough, and I think that sometimes the city's been a bit not kind of embarrassed about it, but a bit kind of like, oh, but we do other things, we've got
Look
theatres
about this,
and like and
we
I
do
think
this.
that's all true and that's all good, but I think that we should lean into it a bit more, and the fact that Leeds is a sporting city, like the reason why people know Leeds, if you go anywhere in the world, it's because depending on what culture you're going to, football and cricket, and the rugby should be part of that too. It's a sporting city, and I think he understands that, so I think he'll be great for that stuff.
And Rhinos is quite a well-known brand. I was with some clients down in London this week when tubes were not working. That was good fun.
Mine got cancelled. I was supposed to be there and it got cancelled because of the tube.
Great.
Good time to go to London. There's never a good time to go to London.
And they were asking, like you do, you were just talking, and I say, I watched rugby league, and they went, Leeds Rhinos. And they're not people that know
Leeds
Do you
Rhinos.
think they would have done that a couple of years ago before all the Kevin Sinfield stuff?
Maybe not. But then that's the
Kevin Sinfield, Rob Burrow stuff is what I mean.
Yeah, and it sounds awful, doesn't it? But because of that, you can leverage it a bit more, and I think Jamie will do that. As in,
I don't think he'll do it in a cynical way either. I think that it's with his whole heart, isn't it?
Yeah. With that,
it's like this is what rugby league's about, and you can see that, and it's I think that he'll be really good at that.
Yeah.
He was diversity officer, wasn't he?
Yeah.
At rugby league and at
Headingley, that's his job now, I think.
And
isn't it?
that's another thing that we should be embracing.
Yes,
we do live in a multicultural society, especially where we live.
Yeah.
Everyone,
absolutely.
We've got Mick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Polish.
Well, rugby league's a sport with quite a lot of immigrants playing the game, isn't it?
Exactly.
I think we forget that Australians are, but they are. And I think
Red
that
Steelers.
he understands. I think he understands that, doesn't he? And I think that the fact that he's come, like you say, he's come from that background, and the way that he talks about his own journey into rugby league and what it did for him, then I think that he knows what the power of it is.
Yeah, and there's nothing to be ashamed about being working class or a working class background, or
especially not in this sport.
He's a success story in himself.
Yeah.
That's not to exclude anyone, but I think sometimes rugby league in general is a bit embarrassed of its background, and I don't think it should be.
I think it should be proud of its background.
It should be
Absolutely.
what it's actually its strength.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think, I know we're going a bit off topic, but I think he really embraces things like that.
This is still topic. This is still.
I suppose, but
this is still
from how he's come from a young kid in a not very nice area to end up being CEO of a big sports club.
Yeah.
Of his club.
He will use that because let's face it, it's a totally different job now to when Gary took over. He's not going to be. He's not going to be picking squad. He's not going to be.
Well, and the club's so much bigger, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think I can't remember who it was who was joking about the fact that there's 3 people having to do Gary Hetherington's job, and he used to do it on his own. But you can't do it now. It's impossible. It's impossible for one person to do everything he was doing back then.
It's an all year round operation. Rhinos, which is
24/7,
which is unusual for a sports club, isn't it?
Yeah.
So he's got a lot to oversee. And I always thought it'd be good, but actually meeting him, he's made me think we're
fine.
More than fine.
Yeah.
We're going to flourish.
More than fine.
I think so.
I just how passionately he spoke about it, and
I think he knows what the challenge is as well. I don't think he's under any illusion of what
He
the
knows
expectations
it's an
are.
enormous job.
Yeah. What he's representing and what the club means to a lot of people and the history and everything. I think he understands that better than anyone.
And I think you look at Chris Radlinski, who I think is absolutely brilliant, by the way.
Yeah.
And it's a similar sort of thing. He's come through club.
Yeah.
People question him getting a CEO job.
Yeah. And he's flourishing.
Yeah.
He's Mr. Wigan, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's done it on pitch. He's a smart lad, and I really like how Chris Radlinski speaks. I wish there were more people like that, and I wish there was somebody like that running the whole game.
Chris Radlinski for the
with a bit of vision.
With a bit of vision.
And I won't go into it.
What I will say just lastly on JJB is no one is going to protect the Rhinos more than JJB. That's all I'll say. He will not let us get hurt. He'll just be the protector of anything because he holds it dear to his heart, as we all do. Joe Shippey asks, do you have a top 3 tries of the season? We did discuss it on the pod before the best pod. Lackey Miller versus
Hull
Hull
KR,
KR.
which is probably one of the standout tries of Super
probably
League.
the best try of the year.
Yeah, I think
Super League.
it's up for try of the year at the Leeds Rhinos
got to win
Awards.
It's got to win that, hasn't it?
Yeah,
Surely.
yeah, I can't see it not.
Miller's scored another. Wakey.
No, Lee.
Lee.
Against Lee, yeah.
Loved that one.
That was a good try.
That try was my favourite one watching. It was just a bit audacious, wasn't it? I loved it.
Well, and we were behind, weren't we? And then was it that versus Lee? Or was it the second Lee match?
Oh
at
no,
Lee?
I'm thinking,
you're thinking further
of
back.
the one when we were scoring all them tries and
That crazy
away
game.
for that one.
Harry Newman
78. Offloaded it to him.
offloaded it and he
Ah,
went
okay.
off
Off he went.
Yeah.
Can I think
like
of a
that
third?
one. Well, the one against Lee at
Yeah.
Lee was good,
That was
wasn't it?
good too.
Rob Burrow-esque.
Yeah,
What did I say there?
I like the Jake Connor interception.
This is
Hull
all.
FC, that was good. Don't see too many of
I hadn't
them.
laughed at a try as much as that.
No, that was
That
great.
was funny.
He enjoyed scoring it as well, didn't he? That was good.
Brody Crofts other week against Huddersfield.
Yeah. I wish I could remember more of them from earlier in the season.
To be fair,
I've forgotten.
it actually says here from Joe Shippey that you can remember this season.
Well.
So Joe must know that.
We
I've
can't
got a really
remember.
bad memory. Ryan
We've got
Hall's
shocking memories.
Ryan Hall's against Hull.
That was a beauty. My mate at work loved that. One of
A
those, three
classic
of those.
Ryan Hall.
All
Yeah.
of those.
All of those.
All five.
All-
What did we say?
Yeah.
6, 7 of
Pick
those.
your favourite.
So I
Joe.
think put it in
Miller's-
comments.
Miller, yeah, and comment below with yours. And remind us.
Yeah, because we'll have forgotten loads.
I
Because
think,
people are commenting now going, how could you forget
Yeah,
when?
yeah.
I think Miller's against Hull KR.
That's the best in the league, that.
I think so. It was a great
That's
Just
the league
because
try
of
of the year.
how much of a team try it was.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah. Because they're miles better than someone going...
a one-off.
Yeah.
They're miles better when you've got loads of passes involved. And
I mean, I can't remember. Again, don't ask me to get into the specifics, but I think the forwards have scored some good tries as well. You know, I think there's, and that's been really notable, hasn't it?
Yeah.
That the forwards
Yeah.
have been scoring more this year, and I think it was something that Brad Arthur said he wanted them to do.
Well,
was
Aletsky
challenge the
scored-
line a bit
Aletsky from
more.
50 metres out against
Yeah.
Huddersfield, were it?
Aletsky scored 3, 4 this year.
Two, I think.
Two, I think it was
And
only
then there were a
second. I
massive
think,
gap
yeah.
of years in
scored
between.
For, was it 2 years, 3 years, something like that? Yeah,
He's
yeah.
breaking his record.
Lizzoni scored loads, hasn't he?
yeah.
I think
like
Bentley
powered
scored
over.
a few decent tries
Bentley
as well,
scored a
hasn't he?
few.
Yeah,
he
well,
has.
yeah, because I think you guys know, and I think I've said it before, my mum's company sponsors James Bentley, and she is on his case because he has scored away from home every single time.
Every time.
Every try
don't
he's
get
had has been-
mentioned.
don't get mentioned.
She's living.
So she's furious at
You
him.
need to score at home,
Yeah.
James.
He's got one more chance. Come on.
Yeah, in the playoffs. James Keane asks, where do you think we need to strengthen next season? Well, we've got Morgan Gannon leaving.
Yeah.
Have we... I think that's taken care of internally. With Presley, with Callum, with Bentley, with McDonald. I think we don't need much there.
If somebody's available, a big strike second rower, have a look at him.
Yeah.
Other than that, I won't make it a priority.
Anywhere else you'd like to see us?
I think we need to replace Sam.
Yes.
Lizzoni, yeah.
I'm not even convinced. Me and Duncan disagreed about this because he thinks we need a like for like. I'm not 100% sure.
Right.
I think you can still get an impact prop that can play more minutes. And is he an impact prop like him out there?
He's a bit of one of a kind.
Yeah.
Still think that guy with Tash, Regan, RCG.
RCG, really?
Still think we'll
bring him in.
Yeah, no, it's just like with the.
A pipe
He's saying
dream.
he's
No.
not 100% unless it's changed, but I'm sure he were looking at coming over.
Give him a go.
And who else did I say? Royce Hunt.
Royce Hunt and the Huddersfield forward,
Yeah.
Wilson.
Yeah. So if we can get a couple of forwards, you can. If you can get them in, you can never be too forward heavy.
You're going to
can you?
need them, yeah. Because at one point we had loads, didn't we? More than we knew what to do with, and then just a few weeks ago we were scrabbling
had
around
two,
for
yeah.
props.
And it'll happen more during the season. So a prop or a middle that can play prop and second row.
Bit of both.
Depends whether Ackers leaves.
Yeah.
I think
In terms of hooker.
I think we'll need a hooker if Ackers leaves.
Or a hooker who can cover in the halves as well,
Yeah.
potentially.
Bit of both.
Yeah.
Bit of a hybrid.
If that's not Jackson Field, if maybe
Yeah, I
that
would
is
say
Jackson
that
Field.
could be Jack.
Honestly, I think that's it. I want to see a settled squad.
I don't think we'll sign that many. I think
No,
maybe
no.
two
We're
max.
going to be shy of cap space because a lot of the younger kids are now
signed
on
up,
the
yeah.
They're all getting improvements and upgrades.
And rightly
Well,
so
they'll
as
come
well.
on
I mean,
Absolutely,
A lot of them will come on the cap.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Yeah.
They're off the cap this year, so they'll
100%. 100%.
And you want that. You want to be developing your own players, don't you? You know,
Nothing
you don't
better.
want to be. You don't want to be bringing people in unnecessarily. And I think, like we said, with such as Presley Cassell, then there's people there clearly within the club who are ready.
Yeah.
You know, and we don't know about them until, you know, you can watch the reserves, but watching the reserves doesn't tell you whether they're Super League ready.
No.
They've got to play in Super League
Just
to
like
tell
Presley,
you that.
as soon as he came in, everyone was like, wow.
Yeah.
what?
Some players
Yeah.
will even look better in first team than
Yeah.
reserves because you're playing with better players.
Yeah.
It pains me to say it, but look at Wigan for the last few years. They've hardly had any changeover in squad.
No, I'm still stuck.
And that's how you do it. In
Well,
Top
and
of
like
the
us
league.
in the golden generation, same thing, wasn't it? You know, like
Just one or
it was
two.
a steady, just 2 or 3 moving around maybe in the course of like 2 or 3 years, but
Yeah.
the core of the team was the same, and I think we do need that. It's in the future. It's not. I don't think it's next season, is it? It's clearly the season after.
That's
Yeah.
when there's
That
some
we need
thought
to be
after going
looking
in.
at.
So we've got some,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
loads off contract.
Yeah.
Well, there's loads of contract, and there's players who are getting a bit older who you've got to be looking at what's the succession plan.
Off the back of that.
Well, Callum is going to
Yeah,
be one
yeah.
next year, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan Hall
Ryan
won't play
Hall.
after that.
Ryan Hall won't play
But
after
anyway,
next
we've got a
year.
new signing in Sevo. Have you heard of him?
Yeah. Keep forgetting we signed him. But
So that's like a new signing.
he
Yeah.
well, literally
Apparently
still is,
he's-
isn't he? 'Cause he's never played.
Apparently he's back in training.
He's
and
ready, isn't he?
Yeah.
But they're just giving him the year.
Well, I
to
don't think they can play him, can they? I
No,
don't think
we
because
can't.
he's
We
off
can't
the
have
cap,
to
isn't
remove
he?
him,
Yeah,
so-
yeah.
ECW or someone won't win.
I think it's
God, I don't
it's
know.
cap space though, isn't it? They got him
Yeah, they got him
taken
off
off
the
the
cap,
cap.
so
So if they brought the cap,
It's definitely not winning then.
can't
There's no
afford to
point in
do
playing
it.
him anyway.
No,
it blows
absolutely
his-
not. Yeah,
Knee again.
But that's like a new signing.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And then James also asks squad numbers for next year. I don't think, as was discussed on the pod, the best pod, I think there's not much change there. I think it's just Jake Connor to 7.
Yep.
I think that 1 to 13 stays as it is.
I think Jared O'Connor
Or Jared
number 9.
If we don't
I would
sign
give Jared
another-
O'Connor number
Sorry,
9. Yeah.
Jared 9.
If we don't sign another hooker, and I don't think Brad will,
I don't.
I think Brad will give Jared the
Jared
9.
9. Then
Yeah.
that's kind of the 1 to 13.
Yeah.
Watkins can take...
16 from Gannon.
Gannon's.
Well, what's Jake Connor's?
18. I think he'll go 16 or 14 from Jared.
I don't think it really matters when you
yeah,
get into that.
14's
Literally.
yeah, Jared O'Connor, isn't it? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
But
think he
yeah,
might
if talking
take
1 to
14.
13, that's what.
Yeah,
That's what you do,
I tell
isn't
you,
it?
I tell
Yeah.
you who will come back like a new player as well is Cam Smith. Apparently, he's
Yeah.
had that back problem for 2 years.
For a while, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's going to come back. If he gets that cleared up,
Yeah,
he's out of pain.
and I do think we've missed him.
Oh, massively. Massively.
You know, again, just to go back, I know we're not reviewing the match anymore, thank God. But I think when we were talking earlier about that vision, I think leadership as well, isn't it? You know, and I think we missed him for that. I think that some of the decision making might just have been a bit better.
Yeah, just
he'd
in
been
those
out
key
there.
moments to be like, let's just take
He's a
a
cool
breather.
head, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and same thing with Ash as well. You know, Ash is
Yeah.
out there and he's a cool head.
Missing some massive players, aren't we?
Yeah,
And still playing well to a degree. And Harry asks, would love to know if you have a second team or a team in the lower leagues that you sometimes root for or look out for.
well,
We know yours.
Dewsbury,
Dewsbury.
because that's who I started watching when from the age of 1 up until about 4. I mean, I still went to Dewsbury with my dad, but he said, "Oh, it's about time you saw some better players," and took me
Took you to
because
Leeds.
he knew a lot of the players there. So Dewsbury, and this is a bit weird, but I don't mind Batley either, even though they're main rivals. It's just where I was born in
Where you were
Dewsbury
from.
and Batley Hospital, so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Two good
that'd be
grounds
mine.
as well, there.
I've always,
Two really good
since
grounds.
the resurgence, I've always taken a bit of keen interest in York because I think they're
You do go into bat for York,
I think
particularly when we
they're-
talk about
I think they're a really good club.
Super
I
League
like York,
licenses.
yeah.
I think they're a really good club doing a lot of things right, and it's nice to see that, isn't it, that they've come back from the ashes sort of thing. And
Yeah.
I think they'll add loads to Super League if they can get up.
If they can get in.
Yeah, so I do always take a bit of interest in York, just and with the women's team as well. I think
Yeah,
they're doing
yeah,
really
yeah,
good
they've
Yeah,
stuff.
they're
got
doing
great
really good
stuff
stuff
there,
up there.
So yeah, 3 clubs I've mentioned.
Kirsty, yourself?
I don't really, because I've always been a Leeds girl. I've brought up with it, wasn't I? I
Yeah.
know, yeah. I thought I've
Yeah.
brought
We could
up
go
with
for
it,
Hunslet.
yeah.
I do.
Could go for Hunslet. Yeah, no, it was. I mean,
go for
my
Hunslet.
family's club was Batley. I think my
Right.
I think my uncle might have either played for Batley or Dewsbury, or maybe even both. I'm not sure. My mum will correct me, I'm sure. But like, yeah,
Should
we've
be in
got
the comments.
family.
Yeah.
We don't let them on the internet. We do. She'll tell me which one it is. But yeah, like my family's from Batley as well. So like, you know, my sister lives in Batley now. So, you know, like family connection to Batley. But not really, no.
No,
It's
no.
Leeds
Any
all the
team that's
way.
got Fox's Biscuits as the main sponsor. I don't think they have anymore, have they? But they did for a
They
long
did,
time.
yeah.
It's got to be good, right?
Yeah, they're delicious. Shout out Fox's biscuits. Yeah, mine's Hunslet, definitely.
Hunslet.
Yeah, without a doubt. It's time to look ahead to the Rhinos' next fixture, which is Wigan. Any changes to the side? Are we expecting? What do we do for this one then?
I think-
Everyone take a sharp intake of breath.
I think this weekend's results has changed things a bit. So, as we're recording this, Wakefield have just battered Hull KR.
Yeah, they have.
Have Hull KR got
Which is great.
Yeah, Hull KR got Warrington. I think Wigan will be thinking, hang on a minute,
I can't think.
we could actually get top spot. So
they'll play their first side
I think they will.
without a shadow of a doubt.
yeah,
they'll
yeah.
play
I don't
their
think
first-
Matty Pete's known for.
no,
playing weak
they'll-
sides.
100% they'll play their
And
first
there's another
side.
thing that affects it. It is the reserves grand final
Yeah.
Correct.
next weekend. So it's all right saying, "Oh, whack loads of reserves in." They will want
They've got
to
their
win
grand
that.
final.
Well, it's Academy Grand Final as well, isn't it?
They want to win them all, don't they?
Yeah, exactly. But you're right, it has a knock-on effect, doesn't it? Because then if you want to put your best team in for all of those matches, then
All the games.
If we'd have won against Catalans, I'd have been tempted to rest a few.
Yeah.
There is an argument to say leave Connor out.
yeah,
leave Ash
if he's
out.
injured, yeah.
There's an argument to say leave Miller out. Because let's face it, he's been one of the most important players. If he goes down against Wigan, which in effect is a bit of a
So give
Nothing
Ash another week.
Yeah.
Give Connor another week, and give
Well-
Miller the week off.
Having said that, I could contradict myself here because if Ash is back fit, then maybe don't rest him because he
I'd
might.
play
Give him the match.
him a game.
Yeah,
Jake
give him a
definitely
game.
play
Yeah.
him.
Jake,
Ash, sorry.
I wouldn't play Jake. I'd give Sinfield another go. But
100%
I'd be
not
tempted
playing
to drop
Jake.
Miller just because. Let's say
Who would you play instead of him then? Who would bring in?
Hankinson.
Okay.
At fullback.
He's played fullback quite a lot.
Yeah.
Or
I thought you'd have gone.
Riley
And then,
Lum.
like, I was going to say, yeah, Lum on the
No,
wing, would it
Alfie's
be?
not
Or?
fit, is he?
No, I
No.
don't think so, no. I think
So
his
you could-
season's over, isn't it,
You could
Alfie?
drop out Lum at fullback or Hankinson. I don't know who you'd put on wing then, but
Lum.
yeah.
Lum or Hankinson, wing fullback.
It's just,
Um,
yeah, I think it's a
I
bit
just-
inexperienced on that side then for me, isn't it? I think you're better off probably with Lum at the fullback and then Hankinson on the wing.
I just
Yeah.
think if Miller gets injured, it's that important, isn't it?
Oh, incredibly. Incredibly important.
So I'd be tempted to rest him. Let him do some kicking practice while he's.
Just in case. Kirsty, how do you.
I don't know.
How do you
Yeah,
feel?
I don't know if Brad Arthur's the type to
He
rest
won't rest
people
players.
either.
He
No,
won't,
I
I
don't.
think
I
he
don't
will.
think so. I think he'll want
think he'll
them.
be as strong as
and
possible.
I think you're right that the result against Catalan, I think, makes the difference because I think that they'll want to regain momentum and I think that they'll want to go in strong.
Yes.
Because if we'd have won and we were winning everything, you know, we're on that big winning streak, then it's you can't you? You can decide, oh, this match isn't as important, but not important. But I think it's important for them to get back to a winning mentality and winning ways, and get back on the good streak going into the playoffs. So I don't think so. I think stick with the team from this week insofar as you can. I maybe wouldn't go all the forwards on the bench. I'd maybe put Ackers back in.
Give Ackers in.
I think he
Yeah.
only did
Yeah.
that because Cats are such a big
Big
side. I mean,
side, yeah,
Wigan are a
yeah.
fairly big side as well, but I don't think he'll rest anyone.
No,
I think-
I don't.
If Hanley's back and fit, he has to play because he'll need the minutes for the playoffs. I think he has
Even
to
if he
play.
only gets 50 minutes.
Yeah.
He's got to come in and get something in him, some game time in him. There's no way Jake Connor plays for me. No way.
I think they'll
Way
save
too
him.
important. Give him another week with that rib or ribs. And I think Ackers has to play. As in on the bench?
Yeah.
I'd start Ackers, actually.
I'd just keep Ackers ticking over
Yeah.
as that luxury, just in case something happens elsewhere. I'd keep him ticking over
I'd
as
start
well.
him because... sorry, Jared.
I'd be happy with...
He didn't have a good game. He didn't have a good game.
Yeah,
You're right.
I'd be happy.
If Brad's true to his word, then if you don't play well, you'd miss out. So I'd possibly
put him on
Jared
the bench. Yeah, put him on the bench. Yeah.
He's
worth
I think
having
that's
on
the
bench
difference.
anyway,
Is
Jared.
having
So I'd give Ackers another
Give him a start.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's the
but
only
I do-
change I'd make is dropping one of the forwards out off the bench and then putting in a hooker instead.
I'm really looking forward to it because I want to see how they respond.
Yeah.
Who
I
they
think they will
respond.
respond. I think that they'll be better than they were on Thursday.
And as we've seen, we can beat Wigan.
Yeah, they're not a problem. It's just Saints.
We can beat any team apart from
beat
Catalan,
Saints.
apparently.
Can't beat Catalans. Can't beat Catalan.
We've beaten Saints. We haven't
that's
beaten
true.
Catalan.
We've
They're the
beaten
only
Saints.
ones. And we won't now.
And I saw an interesting piece in Evening Post. We're on for his best defensive season for years and years.
I think there's about 3 teams beating a record, isn't there? And we're one of them for the least points scored in a season. Conceded,
penalty.
sorry.
I think it's less than half what we did last year, for instance.
In 3 games. Predictions for this one to finish up?
I think it'll be close. I think I'm going to go... Depends on the weather again, doesn't it? I think 18-16 to Leeds.
Leeds by 2. Producer Chris? Always having a good
I think it'll be low scoring for some reason, so I'm going 12-6 Leeds.
12-6. I think Leeds by 5.
5.
That's the lowest you've ever... That's like
Why
Kirsty's...
How jarring is that?
That's like Kirsty's 3-0 at Leeds.
I never said that.
I'm going to say Leeds by 5.
5?
Yeah.
What a random number.
Leeds by 5. Thanks to Kirsty.
Who's doing drop goal?
Thanks
Brody?
to Jack.
Jack. All right, yeah.
Jack will slot one over.
I'll
But
take it.
By 5, is it going to be 65-60 or 5-0?
5-0.
5-0.
Yeah, 5-0.
Football score.
Yeah,
Both
5-0.
teams at 11.
It's going to be 4-1.
Eh? That's 5-3.
5 points in the game. 4-1.
Well, at what
Leeds
point?
by 5.
At what point are Wigan dropping that one goal?
Just before half time.
Are we still recording this?
Just
Is
before
this
half.
is this still part
Just
of the
before half time to make it 1-0.
What is in that?
I don't think that's alcohol free. I really don't.
He's not eating for days, Chris. Leave him alone.
Days, yeah. I only had the one for heater. Thanks to Kirsty, thanks to Chris, thanks everybody for watching and listening. If you are watching, please do subscribe on YouTube. If you're listening, please leave us a 5-star review on Spotify and iTunes. It just bumps us up those podcast charts more than you'll know. And don't forget you can follow us throughout the week on Instagram and TikTok. Just search for The Lot Pod. That's us there. And we will see you all for the Wigan review. Take care, everybody.
Thank you.